Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Ross, and welcome to my 10-minute senior core and cardio class. All you need for this class are your booties and your slide board. And with those two things, we're going to hit a variety of exercises to improve your core strength and cardiovascular health, okay? So let's start you off just in a march, driving those arms, driving your knees up nice and high. So for this class, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're a mother, a father, a grandmother, a grandfather, it's never a bad idea to be stronger, to be fitter, to be more capable. And with these moves today, we're going to hit strength, conditioning, just going to make you an overall fitter person. So keep marching. Start to feel your connection with your foot and the floor here. You're driving through the floor, driving your arms. And I want you to remember this arm drive for later, because we're going to incorporate that into a move on the board. So keep breathing, keep marching for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great. So now, I want you to take your time and put these booties on first before we do anything else. Come on down to a knee. Slide these on. Make sure you have a nice base here. You don't want to fall back. Sometimes these can be kind of tricky to put on. So once you have those around your shoe, I want you to come over into all four here. We're going to do some simple spine mobility and strength work. This first move is called the cat-cow. A simple move. We're going to inhale as we arch our back. Try not to overextend. And then we're going to exhale to round our back like a frightened cat. That's the cat part of the move. Now keep going through this. Inhale. Try to get a nice deep inhale through your diaphragm. And exhale, rounding your back. Exhale, round the back. Try to keep breathing through this. The breath work is going to be important through this whole class. Give me one more rounding. Exhale. Nice, guys. Now, stay in all four here, on all fours here. We're going to do what's called a bird dog. So you're going to have your right knee and foot on the ground, and you're going to extend your left leg back while your right arm comes forward. And we're going to alternate this move back and forth. You want to keep your spine flat. Nice posture, no rounding. And with your arm and leg, you want to shoot for length and not height. It's easy to try to lift that back leg up, but then you might get into some overextension in your lower back. We don't want that. We're just warming up. We're prepping the spine and your core for the moves to come. So keep this up for another 10 seconds. Get as long as you can with these moves. You should be feeling this a little bit in your lower back, but also in your glutes, your hamstrings, your shoulders as you extend for the wall in front of you. Give me one more each side. And great work. Okay, so that's the warm-up. You should be feeling good. You should be not breathing so heavy yet, but feeling nice and warm. I'm going to have you come over onto the board here. Our first move is a core exercise. Now, this is a knee tuck. I want you to place both of your hands firmly on the end of the board here and find your plank position. Proud chest, spine nice and neutral. And one by one, we're going to bring your knee up to our chest. Slow and controlled. We're flexing the core here. This isn't your traditional sit-up, but we're still working the core even more so than a sit-up. Also, we have our shoulders activated, our triceps. It's a much more compound movement. So keep this up. If this is getting too hard, you can pause. You can put your knees on the board for a second, but just try to push through this for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great. Now, step just behind your board here. We're going to continue with the core, but this is more of an isometric core exercise. Still working that core stability, but we're just going to stay in one place. You're going to catch your breath, a little active recovery while still working that core. Keep breathing. If this is too difficult, bring your knees down to the ground And you're still gonna feel your core active here, but it's a little less stress. So stay here for another 5 seconds, keep breathing. Great work, me 2 and 1. Awesome, come back into all fours. We're gonna go right back onto the board to that knee tuck. Hands on the bumper, find your plank position, and let's go into these knee tucks. Now, if that first set felt great and you want to challenge yourself, you can pick the tempo up. If you just want to stay here, that's totally fine. We're working our core. Core strength is so vital for so many other aspects of fitness. It keeps you strong. It keeps you from losing balance, from falling. Keep this up for 10 more seconds. This is the bulk of the core workout here. You should be feeling this in your shoulders, your triceps, your abs. Give me 3, 2, 1. Nice job, guys. Bring it down to the floor for one more set of plank. Just stay nice and tight here. We're getting so much good core work. Your abs might be a little sore tomorrow. Hold this for 10 seconds. Keep breathing. I'm sure you're feeling the burn in the abs here. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. Stand on up. Take your time. Don't rush this. You might feel a little lightheaded as you get up. But here, now is the fun part. We're going to get on this slide board for a couple minutes. Just to get you used to the movement here, I'm going to have you start on one side. Carefully place one foot on the inside of this bumper, and we're just going to slide that leg out. Just as far as you feel comfortable. You should feel this in your back glute here, in your groin. You might feel a stretch on that leg sliding out. The idea here is to warm up those groin muscles. Sometimes it can be kind of jarring when you get on the board and you're not quite warm yet. All right, so give me one more long lateral lunge here. Hold it for a second. Slide that leg back up. Take your leg off nice and careful. Let's walk to the other side and do the same thing on the left side with the left leg sliding out. Keep this up. We're warming that groin up because in about 20 seconds, I'm going to have you get into these tall slides, and then we're going to burn it out. That's going to be the most intense part of the workout, working that cardio even more. I'm starting to feel a lot of breath, so I know you're working right now. Give me one more long slide out. Hold it for a second. Bring that leg back in. Beautiful. Both feet on the board now. Take your time. This first move is a tall slide. Put your hands on your hips. Lift that outside leg. Push off the bumper. And just stay nice and tall. Find a rhythm. Go back and forth. Keep breathing. If this is your first time on the slide board, it might feel a little different at first. Not too many people are used to moving laterally like this, but there's so many benefits. We're working muscles that you don't get to work in your normal everyday life. For example, your glutes back here, your adductor or your groin muscles on the inside of your legs. So important. All right, guys, we have about a minute left in this workout, and I want you to pick the tempo up slightly here. We're going to change the move up. This is a little bit more intense. Come to one side of the bumper. Bring your hips back. Hands off the hips now. We're going to push off the bumper and drive those arms. Remember I said we're going to bring that arm drive back into the end of the workout? That arm drive from the high march in the beginning. This is where we're generating a lot of power here. So this is definitely a more intense workout than that tall slide. You should feel this a little more in your lower body. There's a little more bend in the knees, a little more powerful of a movement. We're going to keep this up for just 5 more seconds. Keep pushing, keep breathing. Beautiful. Stay to one side. Get back into that tall slide to recover. Catch your breath. This right here is the last move of the day. You guys made it through a 10-minute class, working that core, that cardiovascular system, just gonna make you a fitter person. Give me one more slide back and forth. Carefully step off the board. Come on down to one knee. Take that booty off. Switch legs. Carefully take the opposite booty off. Throw them to the side. Stand up. Take one deep breath for me. Bring your hands to the ceiling. Exhale. Bring the arms down. And that's it. You guys made it through a 10-minute class that challenged the core, challenged your aerobic system. And if this felt easy for you, I challenge you, go take the 20-minute stamina and strength class. You'll challenge yourself even more. But thanks for coming, guys, and I will see you next time.